Well, apparently you have to charge the battery on this thing or it won't work. So I'm back now, but I'm attached to a cord anyway. I have moved the other engine off to the side and shoved the one we're going to put in there underneath. So I'm going to go ahead and lower the car back down a little bit and get the hoist in place and go after it. Right back on the stand where I want it. See how this one does. Not too bad today. I think we were probably pushing 50 degrees. Pretty nice day. Day after Groundhog Day, and I'm pretty sure he probably saw his shadow, so that means it's all going to go to shit here in a day or two. Get cold again for a while. But being as I live here in the Great Pacific Northwest, we don't get a whole bunch of snow. It'll probably snow sometime in March. Once. Well, there we are. Spin that around and see if I can't get this hoist under there and do it to it. Some folks like words of wisdom. I have some words of wisdom, and that is don't drop your brand new engine hoist out of the back of the truck and bend all the wheels. So you have to buy wheels and weld them all on. It never seems to roll right again, but it still works, so that's all that matters, I guess. Alright, now this thing shoved around here. This one here is going to be a little tougher to put in because the air box is attached, the intake manifold and air box. The other one that was off of, and so it wasn't in the way. This one here, it's still attached, and it's a great big obstacle when you're trying to put the engine back in, but we'll get it done. First thing to do is get it spun around here and up on the hoist and airborne, and then we'll may go ahead and extend this hoist out one more notch, which will give me a little more room. See how that works out. If I can get on the chain here. It looks like I can, so go ahead and get it about centered. It'll take a little bit and see what we got. There she is. Weight off of it and see what happens. Alright. like I'm picking up the pulley end a little higher than the other end, which will probably work out just fine. Go ahead and get it raised up a bit and start playing with the positioning. Get her up above the okay. Up on some of the linkage there, so we'll back it down a little bit and rotate. There we go. Rotate that out of there. Okay. That's pretty good. We can go a little ways. Go past the air box. Nice. Yeah, projects like this are easier with two people sometimes, but if you're just by yourself, then you got to figure out what you got to do. See if you can get by. And I tend to spend a lot of time out here by myself. There we go. Okay, now I've got that mount up here by the pulleys. Started up in its slot. So we'll go ahead and bring it on up and get that bolt in there. And then as we pull up, the engine will rock up on the other end and go into place. Or we'll put a floor jack under it and reposition the chain. Whatever works out. Okay. Pretty good there. I'll go ahead and throw one of those bolts in. Those bolts that I took out of those last two mounts are identical here. So it doesn't matter which is which. Put one up here. The holes they go in are slotted, so a lot of forgiveness. Gotta go up a little higher there. Okay, it appears I have to go just a little bit higher. Vehicle pretty well. A lot of work underneath of beetles is done by braille. It just seems to be the easy way to do it. Can't really see what you're doing anyway, so just go ahead and do what you got. Okay, that bolt is in and started, several threads. So we'll see what we got here. I don't know if I can do this. You're on a cord. See if we can get over here a bit. Okay, we have the mount right down in there, in place. The next one we have to go after is right there, that mount that is on the transmission up. Right up into here. So we're a good 7 or 8 inches low there yet. And I think what I'll do is maybe set the transmission down on a block or two, reposition my chain, and lift up on that side of the engine a little bit. So we'll see how that works out. Put you back over here. I have lots of blocks of wood around here, just for occasions like this. So I think I'll go ahead and stick this one right here underneath the back end of this transmission. It's sitting on top of the hoist itself, but I think it'll be fine. Go ahead and relieve a little stress here. See if she sits. Okay. So we're sitting on the one mount and the block of wood. We'll get a little slack here. And we'll move over on our chain and lift on the other end of this engine a little bit. See if we can bring that mount up into place and get the bolt started. That popped me a little bit. See what happens. Okay, we're in and all the way down finger tight on that mount. Basically at this point we can go ahead and pull this hoist out of here. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and let you go. I'll get the hoist out of there and get that chain off that engine, and we'll come back to it after a while.